One of the easiest tricks to solving this integral is just to let the variable of your choice to be equal to the whole integrand. So we have y to be equal to the whole integrand, the square root of x plus the square root of x squared plus 1. This is the trick to solving this integral. We just let y to be equal to the whole integrand. So we are now going to do the change in limits, right? When x is 0, that is the lower limit, y is going to be equal to the square root of 0 plus the square root of 0 squared is 0 plus 1, and that is the square root of 0 plus 1, which is the square root of 1, and that is equals to 1. So when x is 0, y is 1. What about the upper limit? When x is 1 over the square root of 3, so y is going to be equal to the square root of 1 all over the square root of 3 plus the square root of x squared. So 1 over the square root of 3 is 1 over 3 plus 1. And this is equals to the square root of 1 all over the square root of 3 plus the square root of 1 over 3 plus 1 is 4 over 3. So y is equal to what? So the square root of 1 all over the square root of 3 plus the square root of 4 is 2 over the square root of 3. And that is equals to the square root of 2 plus 1, that is 3 over the square root of 3. And 3 over the square root of 3, when you are rationalizing the denominator, that is just equal to the square root of 3. So this is the square root of the square root of 3, because this is the square root of 3 when you rationalize the denominator. So y is going to be equal to square root of the square root of 3 is like 3 raised to the power half raised to the power half, and that is 3 raised to the power 1 over 4. So when x is 1 over the square root of 3, y is going to be equal to 3 raised to the power 1 over 4. Now that we have this, we have the change in limit. Now we have to find an expression for dx in terms of dy. Let's do that right now. So our initial substitution is y is equals to the square root of x plus the square root of x squared plus 1. What we have to do is to square both sides. So this we have y squared to be equal to squaring both sides. The square is going to cancel the square root, the outer square root. So what we are left here is x plus the square root of x squared plus 1, right? And now you bring the x to the left hand side, and you have x squared plus 1 in a square root. Just to eliminate the last square root, you have to square again. Square both sides again. So foiling this one now is y raised to the power 4 minus 2xy squared, and then plus x squared is equals to this cancel that, and then we have x squared plus 1. So this x squared will cancel this x squared, and then what you are left with is y raised to the power 4 minus 1 to be equal to 2xy squared. You are trying to isolate x here and find an expression for dx in terms of dy, right? So divide here by 2y squared and do the same thing to the left hand side to maintain equality. This one is going to cancel this and that isolates your x to be equal to y raised to the power 4 minus 1 all over 2y squared. Cool result. And now we have y raised to the power 4 all over 2y squared minus 1 all over 2y squared. And now let's find an expression for dx in terms of dy. Dx dy is going to be equal to, okay, so let's simplify this one first, shall we? So this one is y squared all over 2 minus 1 all over 2 1 over y squared. Now we are differentiating this in terms of y, so that is just y, because differentiating this one is 2y over 2, which is y, minus 1/2, and then differentiating this, that is y raised to the power negative 2, so that is going to be negative 2y raised to the power negative 3. So that is going to be negative 2 all over y raised to the power 3. And this one is equal to what? Y negative negative, that becomes plus, and then 2 cancels 2, that is 1 all over y raised to the power 3. So that implies that dx is going to be equal to y plus 1 all over y cubed, all this 1 times dy. Cool. So now this is an expression for dx in terms of y and dy. Now we can take our integral from the x world into the y world. So our integral is equal to, the limits of integration will now change from 1 to 3 raised to the power 1 over 4. The limits of integration from 1 to 3 raised to the power 1 over 4. Now what is the integrand? This one is y, that is our substitution, times dx. So that is y times dx, and dx in terms of y and dy is here. So that is multiplied by y plus 1 all over y squared, and then dy, like this. So I is going to be the integral from 1 to 3 raised to the power 1 over 4. We can now multiply in, we have y squared plus 1 over y. And then this is y cubed, I beg your pardon. So this is now y squared if you are multiplying in. Sorry about that. So now let's integrate this. This is now trivial, I guess. So integrating y squared is 1 over 3y to the third, plus integrating 1 over y squared is negative 1 over y. So the limits of integration from 1 to 3 raised to the power 1 over 4. This is equals to 1 all over 3 y raised to the power 3 minus 1 over y. And you put in your limits. Now let's plug in the limits of integration. So 1/3, I'm plugging in the upper limit, which is 3 raised to the power 1 over 4. This one is raised to the power 3 minus 1 all over 3 raised to the power 1 over 4. This is the upper limit minus the lower limit. Lower limit, when you plug in 1, this is 1 over 3 minus 1, like this. So 1 over 1 is 1, so that is what we have. So I is going to be equal to what really? So this is 1 over 3 times 3 raised to the power 1 over 4 raised to the power 3 is 3 raised to the power 3 over 4, minus this one is 3 raised to the power negative 1 over 4, minus 1 over 3 plus 1. That is just distributing in with the negative. Now this one, we can use the laws of indices here, right? So this one is equals to 1 over 3 times 3 raised to the power 3 over 4 is 3 raised to the power 3 over 4 minus 1. That is using the laws of indices. Minus 3 raised to the power negative 1 over 4 minus 1 over 3. Minus 1 over 3 plus 1 is positive 2 over 3. So I is going to be equal to 3 raised to the power 3 over 4 minus 1 is negative 1 over 4 minus 3 raised to the power negative 1 over 4 plus 2 over 3. These are the same, so they'll just add up to 0. So your integral is just left with 2 over 3. So this one is the answer to our integral. So when we go to the very top, that is the beginning, this integral just evaluates beautifully to 2 over 3. What a simple answer to this integral. So this is what we have as the value of this integral. So whenever you have an integral like this, you have like repeated square roots or a lot of square roots, you just let a variable of your choice to be equal to the whole integrand. You try to find a change in limits, you try to find an expression for dx in terms of the new variable. And the integral is always very trivial after doing this. And the answer to this integral is just 2 over 3. If you find that helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to Calculus Diaries and join over the 200 community in Calculus Diaries, and let's study calculus together. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.